Hello, you guys. Welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Violetta Alexis, and I've been a tarot reader for 5 years. Before we get started, I do want to give a special shout out to our trusted sponsor, Psychic Source. Psychic Source is the oldest and most trusted psychic service in the industry, and they have been around for over 35 years. Now, you know I love diving into tarot and astrology with you, but sometimes it pays off to go a little bit deeper, and that is where Psychic Source comes in. Their community is full of vetted, gifted advisors, where only about 2% that apply actually get in, and you can connect in any way that you feel is most comfortable, whether it's a phone call, video chat, or text. Actually tried a session myself, and it was pretty eerie on how much they picked up on, considering that they were validating things I had already been picking up on my own readings, and I was able to move forward with a little bit more clarity, and I love that. The best part, through my link, you can get up to 40 minutes for $19.80. That is a $240 value. You don't have to use all your minutes at once, and you can even try multiple advisors until you find the right one for you. And since you're watching on YouTube, you can scan the QR code to start your session instantly. Thank you so much to Psychic Source for sponsoring and supporting this channel. And if you've been looking for a sign to gain personal clarity, this is it. Hi, Aries. I hope you guys are doing really well. Let's go ahead and see the energy you and your person from February the 3rd until the 7th. I had to look at my calendar because I forgot. Show me Aries and their person from February 3rd through to the 7th, 2026, please. The Fool reversed for your energy. The Three of Pentacles for theirs. Okay. Five of Wands for you. Hangman reversed. Six of Wands. Five of Swords. Oh. Queen of Wands reversed. And the King of Cups reversed. Okay. All right. Valeria. God, my cat is such a spaz. Okay. All right. I definitely think that this is a connection that needs work. You seem to be pretty hesitant in regards to this connection. You may feel like there's already been an ending or you guys are close to one. If I'm being real with you, you're kind of the notion of, if I don't get what I want, I'm going to fight about it, or I'm going to fight about what I want until I get it. And I'm not going to lie, you're definitely in like a very competitive energy with this person, which really isn't doing you any favors. You know, I think that if it hasn't led to an ending, it probably will. And the Five of Wands is you kind of being in your ego a little bit. And the Five of Wands is a bit of pointless competition or pointless arguing. Everybody wants to be heard, but nobody's really listening. That's kind of the vibe. And so you may kind of be in this reckless energy, feeling a little bit impulsive. Just be cautious of what you say around this time. You may say some things that you really don't mean. Because you feel like this person is jealous, or you feel like they're maybe a little bit in their head about something that you've done in the past or something that has occurred between the two of you in the past. And you feel like they're not really going to let it go because you feel like they're pissed off at you is what it really comes down to. What is Aries' intention with this person? The Lovers. So you want them, but it's like the way that you're going about it is a little ass backwards. You know what I'm saying? What's the Fool reversed? The Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think that you're feeling a little reckless, a little overly confident. You know? And you seem to be trying to get their attention. And you may even be doing so successfully from what I see, especially based around their actions over here. But you're telling them what they want to hear, not necessarily the truth. Because, I mean, what you really want with them is true connection, authentic connection, communication. But it's like the way that you, like, I remember I was dating this guy, and I'm not saying that you're doing this. I was dating this guy, back in my like early mid 20s. And if I wouldn't answer my phone or if I wouldn't text him back, he would literally just enter my home. Like, feeling a little too confident. Like, there's other ways without consideration, right? There's other ways to go about things. And while I don't think you're breaking into anyone's home, you definitely are trying to get this person's attention, but you're not being authentically vulnerable, if I'm being honest. Now, for some of you, this may be reversed, okay? Now, for your person, they're trying to get on the same page with you. They're of the energy of trying to get along with you. They really are. I think that this is somebody like this is you, this Aries energy. So I just feel like you're in their feelings. They're what I feel being open to your potential, especially if there's been issues in the past or if there's issues now. They're open to your potential, and I think this is somebody who's attempting to detach from any like negative feelings that they may have around you, and just trying to kind of, okay, well, let's just try to like get along, you know let's just try to get this over with. Let's just try to get along. That's kind of the energy that they're in. But they feel like you either owe them money or you owe them something, or they feel like you take advantage of their kindness or their niceness in some way. And they feel like you have this like lack of maturity on your end. Like there's this lack of maturity on your end of things. Whether that's true or not, I feel like it might be. What's this person's intention with Aries? The sun reverse. They're trying to stay optimistic. Can I get one more? They're trying to stay optimistic and everything, but they have their doubts. And I think it's because they've been either waiting for something to change for a long time and it hasn't, or waiting for you to change and they feel like it really hasn't. So they are a bit frustrated. They want things to happen faster than they have been. And so I see them trying to have peace with you. They're not trying to argue. They're not trying to fight. They're trying to come together. They're trying to make peace, etc. All of that stuff. So what is the first person's advice for this? House 7. House 7 is basically your opposite sign, or your opposite house, so to speak. House 7 is naturally occupied by Libra. House 7 can be where we make contracts, we make commitments, we come together with our best friend or our tarot reader or astrologer or a therapist or our partner. And it's about being amicable and finding some level of compromise, finding true, authentic partnership with one another, trying to get along, honestly, and find peace. And that's kind of that's your advice. So let's see this person. Okay, so if you're the second person that I read for, you have Leo here. This is about you expressing yourself. I would be cautious of this energy because you may want something to work with this first person so bad that you may end up dimming your shine or not allowing yourself to be authentically you, okay? So it's about confidence and it's about self-expression. If there are any ego issues on your end, just be careful. Try not to let the first person get your goat, okay? So that's what I have for you, Aries. Thanks a lot and take care. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hi, Taurus. I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your person from February 3rd through to the 7th, 2026. Show me Taurus and their person. On your side, your energy is the 9 of Wands reversed. Their energy is the Ace of Swords, okay? We're getting a little weak here. You guys are kind of coming to an end. Okay, I'm not saying the end of a relationship, but someone, I don't know who it is, but someone is reaching their breaking point a little bit, in my opinion. For you, we have the Devil, the 7 of Pentacles reversed, the 9 of Pentacles, On that Devil is the Six of Cups reversed. On that Seven of Pentacles is the Page of Cups. And on that Nine of Pentacles is the Seven of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's you. You're at the end of your rope with that Nine of Wands reverse. You're a little tired, you know? You're starting to feel like something about this is more obsessive or attachment as opposed to true authentic connection. I don't know if you're being totally honest about your negative feelings with that Six of Cups reverse. It almost makes me wonder if you're trying to be a little bit surface level. And it can be because you feel like this person doesn't really have a lot to offer. You may just feel like it's apologies and penis, or you may feel like it's, you know, love, but love can't get you on the bus. Quote from 50 Cent, by the way. You know, you could feel like they're not truly invested. And I see you over here kind of seeing the reality of that, or maybe feeling like that's the reality with that Nine of Pentacles and that Seven of Cups reverse. You're making a choice to either A, stay single, or keep your independence. Focus on yourself. Focus on the things that make you happy. Pour into yourself. Can you tell me about that Nine of Wands reversed? The Ace of Wands. Some of you, if this person jumps your bones a lot, you may be kind of tired of like giving it up all the time. Okay, I know that's a really random, but for some of you, that's what it is. For others of you, you're having a hard time being attracted, or you're having a hard time staying motivated in this connection because you may feel like paranoid that this person doesn't have your best interests at heart. Or again, you may just feel tired. You may feel tired. You may feel like this connection sometimes has just seen its last day and it's exhausting to you. You're like, what else is there to fight for? Or something along those lines. Can you tell me about that Devil? The Ace, yeah, it's something about you feel like this was already a missed opportunity, or it's going to be a missed opportunity. And I don't know if you're really willing to do like the work. I don't even know if you necessarily want to. It just feels like there's some kind of soul attachment. Some kind of soul attachment here. Because you may feel like this person doesn't have something tangible to offer you. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that's kind of what I'm getting. Like, where's the effort, you know? So your person, Ace of Swords, the Hermit, we have Virgo energy here. We also have Capricorn, Pisces. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. Okay, so this person feels like you're not happy. The Seven of Wands. Okay. Right. The Knight of Cups reversed. The Chariot. Cancer energy. The Four of Cups reversed. What's the Ace of Swords about? The Seven of Swords reversed. What's that about? The Star. This person, they're definitely trying to be honest with you, because there was clearly some kind of tower moment here, or maybe a huge blowout, argument, breakup that ended up causing a catastrophe in some way. And so this is somebody who is trying to heal things with you, or they maybe end up being very honest this week about something that they feel guilty about. But they are being authentic. Like this is very authentic, honest, truthful energy. That's their energy towards you. So they're trying to be as honest and, in my opinion, from what I can see, accountable to a point. I definitely feel like this is somebody who feels humbled from their journey with you. The Hermit is when we are finding ourselves. When we are finding ourselves through humility, we're not really getting that external validation that we crave sometimes. And maybe that's how they're feeling about you. Maybe they feel like you're not really giving them the big pat on the back, or, you know, whatever. And I think that this person is learning a lot about themselves in regards to love. Like they may have idolized you or had certain expectations that aren't really panning out because they feel like you're not really happy. They see you as you're not fulfilled, you're not truly happy, or you don't want to be in the connection, or you feel like this is an emotional drain or something like that. And that Chariot there tells me that, well, tell me about that Chariot. What is that doing here? What's the Two of Pentacles? They know that you're only interested in making very practical decisions, trying to keep your head above water, making very reasonable, practical decisions, not from a place of emotion. You know, and the Chariot is quite, I don't want to say the Chariot is fearless per se, but can be quite fearless in regards to what it's striving for. So whatever you're trying to prioritize or whatever it is that you want, this person feels like you're very determined to get it and you will. It's almost like this person feels as though you have the upper hands. Can you tell me about that Seven of Wands? The Queen of Swords. Okay. This is somebody who is trying to maintain their connection with you. I think this is somebody who feels that you are very intelligent, very smart, very quick-witted, or very logical. And so they kind of have to not really mind their P's and Q's, but almost like sing for their supper is what I'm getting with that Seven of Wands for some reason, because they are not. They have decided that they are not going to be rejected by you or whatever it may be. So what is the advice for the first person? The North Node. So if you were the first person I read for, you definitely need to focus on your destiny. So maybe see where you have the North Node natally and maybe telling you to focus there. But it can also be saying focus on where the transiting North Node is right now, which is in Pisces. So the North Node is what we are destined to have. It's when we keep moving forward. So there's something about that. And then for the second person, you have house 10. So if you were the second person I read for, this is talking about needing to focus on what you really want in regards to a relationship. Do you want to get married? Do you want to, have a baby with this person? This can also be about your career and your legacy. What's your 10-year plan? Like, what is it? So I feel like it's telling you to focus on being very structured and disciplined and focus on your life mission. Thanks a lot, Taurus and Crosswatcher. Make it a good one. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hi, Gemini. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on between you and your person. Oops. Justice reverse wanted to pop out. All right, we'll see what happens with that. Between February 3rd through to the 7th. Show me Gemini and their person, please. The Four of Swords for your energy. So you're kind of hanging back a little bit, maybe. We have the Page of Wands in their energy. Okay, this can be somebody new that's not for all of you. The Queen of Cups for you. The Eight of Swords reversed. Okay, the Moon. The Eight of Wands reversed. Interesting. The Tower reversed. The Temperance reversed. Somebody here may be holding back communication. Maybe because they don't really know what to say. But somebody may also be holding back because they feel like another person is kind of like gaslighting them a little bit or full of it, basically. Um, Tell me about that Four of Swords. The Knight of, you're not, that's you. I wouldn't say you're apathetic to the situation, but you're definitely in your head, not in a toxic way, more in a way of, let me really think about what I want to say before I say it. It feels calculated, but it also doesn't feel pushy or forced. This is somebody who's clocking some kind of tea, thinking in their head, and just kind of going with the flow, but not really saying what they're thinking. That's you. You do love this person, and it very well may be mutual. You are in love with them, but there's some kind of blockage here. What's the blockage? The Page of Swords. You may feel like this person is too immature to be able to receive what it is that you really want to say to them. So for instance, if you have some kind of constructive criticism, you may feel like their ego or their level of maturity or lack thereof is not really ready to hear that. Something along those lines. So it feels like you're biting your tongue. You're being very quiet this week towards them. Like, I don't know if you're actually talking to them or, but I think there's a lot of things that you want to get off your chest, but you're just kind of suppressing it out of fear. Because you seem to be losing your patience a little bit. And I think that for a lot of you, you may have fears around this isn't really mutual or something along those lines. Something, you either feel like something isn't mutual, or you're just trying to be quiet because maybe you don't want to come off as like self-righteous, or maybe you feel like this person is like that. You know, maybe every time you express your feelings or something, it's a problem. You know what I mean? So this person, Judgment reversed. Oh, buddy. Judgment reversed, the Death card. Goodness gracious. The Page of Pentacles. The Five of Cups. The Magician. This person feels like you call the shots, Gemini. The King of Pentacles. Damn, okay. There's something that occurred in the past, and they don't really want to talk about it. They don't want to bring it up. They don't want to have to take some level of accountability. There's absolutely 1000% some kind of fear of judgment. And this is somebody who feels like you either ended something or you absolutely will. When you are showing up as your major arcana in dignity, this to me is somebody who is in their higher vibration or highest vibration or in their power, as it were. And that's how this person sees you. This person feels like you call the shots, you say when, you say how high, etc. And I think because of that standard, it seems like this week they're putting in some kind of effort. It's slow and steady, but it's generous. The Page of Pentacles is the hardest working pentacle. It's somebody that is attempting to learn, someone that is giving you something substantial to work with. And whether or not you decide to do that is totally up to you. But you seem to be like, yeah, okay, you know, you're not. What's that Five of Cups? The Four of Wands reverse. There may be some kind of regrets or focus on unhealthy home situation, family situation. Maybe this person regrets really not committing to you in the way that they should have. What's that? Judgment reversed. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles reversed. This person feels like you're very critical of them, okay, whether that's true or not. And I think there's fear connected to this Judgment reverse. You know, if we bring this back up or we let the cat out of the bag, you know, Gemini's going to judge me. Gemini's going to be mean, you know. For some of you, this can be a same-sex relationship. That's obviously not all of you. Tell me about that Page of Wands. Yeah, it's so they're this week they're gonna try to play like, hey, but that is them trying to avoid the conversation where they're going to be required to take accountability. What's the advice for the first person? So if you were the first person, you have Earth. What about the second person? And then we have Taurus. So this is really about, so for the first person, I mean, I kind of feel like it's both of you, but for the first person, Earth energy asks you to remain patient, stable, grounded in your own thinking. Okay? Because I do think that you're kind of losing your patience. But I don't think this is something that you should suppress. I still think that you should be able to communicate what it is that you're thinking or feeling, because otherwise, just make sure you're doing it in a grounded way. Otherwise, it's going to bottle up and you're going to flip out about, I don't know, they didn't do the dishes right or something. So if you're the second person, you have Taurus energy. Well, Taurus is also about patience, and it's also about building something from the ground up, but really needing to put in the effort. So that's your advice. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Gemini and Crosswatcher. Thanks a lot, guys, and make it a good one. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hi, Cancer. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on between you and your person from February 3rd through to the 7th, 2026. Me, Cancer, and their person, please. You're in the energy of the Four of Swords. Behind that, we have the Three of Pentacles reverse and the Justice. There's this energy of the two of you not always being on the same page about certain things or not having similar goals, but it's almost like it's okay, we'll make it right, or the connection is still balanced, or I still want a higher level of connection with you, so these things aren't a big deal in the grand scheme of things. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Hermit reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed, the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Cups reversed. Boy. Okay. All right. Can I get one for that Four of Swords? The Eight of Wands. This reminds me of Gemini's reading a tiny bit, just this energy. Some of you may be at a distance from this person. You are perhaps a little, I don't know if detached is the right word, but to a degree with the Four of Swords, you're really thinking about things. You're really thinking about either a conversation that you already had that maybe has hurt you, or you may be healing from something between the two of you and trying to kind of figure out how to move on from that. You're invested to a point, but at the same time, you may just feel kind of stuck here sometimes. Maybe there's some kind of financial involvement or something to that degree. I don't know. Maybe you guys share a mortgage, or who knows, right? But you feel like something isn't happening fast enough or in the way that you want. You're like, I don't really know kind of what I'm doing here. And the Eight of Swords is kind of saying, yes, you do. You're ability to be in your head in this way and being uncertain is certainly a choice. I think that you do know how you feel about it, okay? The Hermit reversed and the Ten of Swords, you feel like this person is incredibly they lack some kind of awareness or humility that may be a turnoff to you. You may feel like this person has betrayed you in some way. And so we have Virgo energy here in Taurus. What's that Ten of Swords, please? The Four of Wands reverse. Somebody wasn't maybe committed enough, is what I want to say. Someone wasn't committed enough. And if I'm being honest with you, I don't really feel like you're being generous very much with your time, energy, or resources, because you really don't feel like you're getting what you want, or you may decide to just kind of be selfish about things. Tell me about that Hermit reversed. It's almost like this energy of feeling like this person is totally clueless sometimes. Like they're totally clueless. Because I think about the Hermit, that's Virgo, ruled by Mercury. I think about the Lovers, that's Gemini, also ruled by Mercury. And then we have the Ten of Swords, you know, just more air, mental energy. And it's like you may feel like this person is kind of ignorant or uninformed, or their values and who they say they are doesn't really align, or something to that degree. It's almost like you feel like this person doesn't really know who they are. Tell me about that Nine of Cups reversed. The Six of Cups. There can be kind of a codependency here. A little bit just on the connection, because I think that you guys have a very friendly connection, or there have been moments where you guys have had really great memories and things like this. But when it comes to like tangibly, you may feel like this isn't really going anywhere. So you may be acting a little bit selfishly. Okay. This person, we have the Justice with the Seven of Wands reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Knight of Wands reversed, the Seven of Swords in the upright, the Six of Wands reversed, and the Three of Wands. This person is going, but they don't know where the hell they're going or really what they're doing. Tell me about that Justice card. The Hangman reverse. It seems like they're of the energy of trying to make unbiased decisions or very logical decisions when it comes to the connection. However, they may kind of lack a little bit of perspective, or I don't really know if they're really willing to, I don't want to say see your side, because the Justice usually is seeing both sides of something, but I don't know if they're really willing to make certain sacrifices around the connection. And it also seems like they want a higher level of connection with you, but there may be some other things that they're not willing to let go of in order to have that, or something along those lines. This is somebody who feels a bit intimidated by you, either because they had ulterior motives, or, you know, they were hiding something, or they were trying to get away with something. There's a very strong energy of avoidance. Why? The Five of Pentacles, because they don't, it's almost like they're holding back because they're afraid you're going to abandon them or leave them, or there may be this intimidation that they aren't enough or they don't have enough. And they feel like you're very critical of them sometimes. You don't really give them their flowers, you know, or you don't really give them that pat on the back. They kind of see you sometimes as a little bit entitled. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, and I don't care. I'm just telling you, okay? Tell me about that Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Emperor reversed, because they feel like you're trying to remain in control. Tell me about that Seven of Swords. Yeah, they're trying to avoid this. they're trying to avoid a shitstorm. So it's almost like they're holding back how they truly feel about certain things, something along those lines. What's that intention with that 3 of Wands? The 9 of Pentacles. I feel like they're open to see where this can go, but they're not feeling super confident in the near future. Maybe by the end of this week or whatever it is, they just kind of feel all over the place. And they're very much very independent. Like, they're showing up as very independent. I would be careful of codependency between the two of you. Why is the Knight of Wands reversed? The Magician reversed, because this person has a lot of self-doubt and they feel like what they're putting out there isn't really coming back, like the intentions that they set or whatever. What's the first person's advice? So if you're the first person, your advice is Gemini. So this is about being more open-minded when it comes to potentially your decision-making, when it comes to curiosity, having a conversation maybe with this person specifically. Does this mean that you shouldn't, have boundaries? No, of course not. But it's just asking you to be more open-minded when it comes to certain things. And maybe communicate what it is that you're thinking, because I feel like you're holding that back. If you are the second person, we have house 2. So there may be issues again around financial commitments or insecurities around not being enough or self-esteem. It really is asking you to take a look at that and understand that you are enough and to keep working on those things, okay? So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much and take care. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey Leo, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your person from February 3rd through to the 7th. Hi, Valeria. Speaking of Leos, literally the second that I start doing your reading, she's just looking up at me and meowing. The Knight of Swords in your energy, Leo. You have the World reversed. The 4 of Pentacles reversed. The Queen of Wands. Okay, I'm not mad at you. Let's see. The 8 of Cups reversed. The 6 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Wands. Okay. There's a lot of adoration or admiration here, probably between the both of you. I would consider that the mutual energy. But for some reason, it's a little bit held back, maybe for a good reason. Tell me about that Knight of Swords. What's the goal there? The Page of Swords reversed. You're not really sure. I feel like you feel as though you don't have enough information to move forward with this person, or there's something that you're trying to understand about them. Because, like, for instance, if, like, maybe, let's say that this is somebody new and, you heard that they were attracted to you or that they wanted to date you, and you're like, okay, but are you looking for a committed relationship? Like, what's the deal? So, you're trying to kind of figure that out is what I'm getting. This is a past person, in my opinion, with that World reverse and that 8 of Cups reverse. You ma'am. Okay, sorry about that. My cat was losing her mind. So there's some kind of unfinished business that you have with this person, and it's definitely feeling like, okay, well, I need to come back around. I need to understand the situation a little bit better. I kind of want to close things out and get some kind of closure in order to understand what really happened, big picture, or get the details of something even. And you feel like this person, at least the way that you're seeing them this week, you feel like they're willing to take a chance. You don't really feel like they're held back. You feel like they're being very generous with their time, their energy, their sex, their money, whatever it may be. And you seem to be very confident in yourself. Like, the action that you're taking, it's about what you want. I don't think that you're playing unfair. But I will say, sorry, this music is so loud. I don't think that you're playing unfair. I think that you're just not playing at all. I think that you have very strong boundaries when it comes to this person. And while there's attraction, that's not going to stop you from making sure that you are abiding by your own standards. That's what that looks like to me. Because you're fighting for the relationship or the connection, I think. But at the same time, And there's a reason why I feel like you're doing this while you're being so like, this is how it's going to be. These are my standards. These are my expectations. It's very, I don't care what you think. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here. That's kind of the vibe that you give off. And I don't feel like you're being unfair about it either. You're very like straight, you're very like straight to the point this week. And with this person, tell me about that Ace of Cups reversed, why it's there. The Five of Cups reversed. Whatever past history that you have between the two of you, they're definitely kind of licking their wounds, even if they are the ones that created the wounds themselves. And they're feeling pretty drained. Like, I'm not going to lie. I think that they may be looking for forgiveness, or maybe they're asking you to apologize. I'm not really sure which one it is, but it feels like wanting forgiveness from you. But at the same time, they're not being vulnerable about that. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, you know, let's just move on or whatever. Okay. Like it's almost as if they don't want to readdress the situation. Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, they're going to work on it. They want to work on it, and they want to raise the standard for how they've been going about things. Very strong attraction to you, no doubt about it. You're the type of person for them that when they think about you, they're like, oh, I got to get into the gym. I'm going to see Leo this week. Or, oh, I got to make some more money. I want to take Leo out on a date, or whatever it is. That's their vibe, because they believe that they have to meet a certain expectation or standard of yours in order to be with you, which I don't think is unhealthy. Okay, I don't think that shit is unhealthy at all. I think that's good. You should motivate your person to be able to do better. And sometimes that comes through tough love, you know? And so that Five of Wands and that Ace of Swords, they do feel like you're... What's that Five of Wands? The Page of Pentacles. Where's the effort? I gotta see it. I gotta touch it. I gotta feel it. I gotta taste it. I gotta see it. It's gotta be on my doorstep or in my hands for me to fucking believe you. That's your vibe, and you're being very clear. Like, I don't think you're lying. I would be cautious of being maybe a little bit too combative, okay? Your ruler, the sun, is in its fall this week. So just be a little cautious of that, and almost for the rest of the month. But I think that just what you're really looking for is honest to God effort, because I think that you have a lot to offer as well. And so you're like, I'm not going to give it to somebody who's not going to give it to me, or somebody who's not going to take me seriously. That's what it looks like. The Knight of Cups reversed and the Two of Pentacles reversed. Give me one more. The King of Wands. There's a little bit of moodiness coming from them, and I think it's because this is the energy that you're in. You're very self-assured, looking very attractive. I think that may be a little bit intimidating to them, and they can feel some kind of way, even a little bit emotionally confused, or kind of realizing that they can't act in the way that they have before emotionally. So whether they were putting you on a pedestal, over idealizing, or manipulation, or whatever it may be, they're like, I have to kind of drop that act, because I feel like this person believes that they need to match you. Why? Because you're showing up as the Queen of Wands. So there's something about matching the other person's, like trying to match your shit, you know? Pluto. So if you're the first person, you have Pluto. This is about getting down to the nitty gritty. This is about getting down to the truth. Okay. This can be, that Pluto can be where, or even eighth house energy, kind of similar, is where we are merging with another. But in order to do that, we must be 1000% honest and authentic. And I feel like that's how you're needing to show up, but it's also what you're needing to expect. And for the second person, your advice, we have square. This is going to be challenging, you know, but the thing about squares, it's like, they're kind of the same as how you make diamonds, right? Under pressure. So if you're willing to climb that mountain, if you're willing to do it, I think that this can be something really beautiful, but it's totally up to you. I would say this is probably the best reading so far, but I still have the rest of the readings to do. So thanks a lot, Leo. Make it a good one. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey Virgo, hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your person between February 3rd through to the 7th, 2026. 10 of Wands reversed for your energy. The 3 of Swords reversed for theirs. Bottom of the deck, the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Swords, 4 of Cups and the 5 of Swords reverse. So this is the mutual energy. The both of you feel like no matter what you do, you just can't win. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you push, sometimes it just doesn't work. And I think that you guys are kind of tired of that. I don't think that you guys want to play any games with one another per se, but something does feel pretty disappointing. So let's see here. All right. Tell me about that 10 of Wands reversed. You're kind of hitting your limit. You're hitting your limit, and you have a lot of fears around putting a lot of effort into this. And I think that's because of something that has already happened before. So maybe, for instance, that maybe when you guys were in a relationship before, you took on a lot of the emotional labor and you're like, I just can't do that again, you know? Because there is some kind of emotional labor that's tied to this that may be very exhausting for you. And the fact of the matter is that you feel like you and this person just keep coming back around and coming back around and coming back around. And it's just an attachment. And there's a lot of fear around that. And this is kind of like either an obsession between the two of you, or this is some kind of trauma bond, or there's something there that just feels like an attachment. But the thing about the devil is you'll see that the lovers is actually, like in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you'll see that the lovers is chained to the devil. But the thing is that their collars are very loose. They can get out at any time. But you feel like you're on this merry-go-round with this person, and you feel like this is somebody who's very excited to be with you, or is showing up this week, you know, just like a pocket full of sunshine, and trying to light you up and maybe do things for you and trying to alleviate your worries, which is really sweet, because I do think that you love them. I do think that you love them, and I think it's hard for you to let go of this person. It's very hard for you to let go of this person, and I think that there's something that needs to change. Tell me about the devil. Oof, the 3 of Cups reversed. There may be fears around third parties. For some of you, you may be attached to a third party, but if it's not that, then it's fears around third parties, fears around drama, gossip, rumors about you and this person. It's almost like this feeling of like not being able to get away sometimes. There's still a lesson that you need to learn about this. And it's like you're trying to maintain some level of control, but it seems to be very difficult for you. You can't really maintain some sense of control when you're not detached from the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Tell me about that Death reversed. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. There's something about either somebody else caring about what other people think too much, and that's kind of an issue that needs to change, or something in regards to effort. Like something may feel like not enough. Like there's love here, no doubt about it, but something else is not enough. Someone may be very stubborn to like change their ways. Your person's energy. Three of Swords reverse and the King of Swords reverse. They're still carrying some kind of pain from the past. but I don't think that they're communicating to you about it. They're definitely feeling some kind of way. I don't think that this is a healed person. I don't think any of us are 1,000% healed, but this is somebody who feels either detached or disconnected from you because they feel like there's been a lot of misunderstandings regarding either spirituality, religion, morals, values, belief systems, something in that regard. And they may feel like there's something very unconventional about this connection that they don't even really understand sometimes. Like, I don't understand why I'm with Virgo. I don't understand why I want Virgo. We don't even align, blah, 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 blah. And they kind of feel like you're not trying to avoid anything. You're being very open and honest. You're trying to work together with them. You know, they feel like you guys have similar goals that you're being very open-minded about, etc. But at the same time, this person may feel like, God, this just isn't working, or I'm really not fulfilled, or we just can't seem to get this show on the road, or, you know, and they may be kind of sexually fantasizing about you, and that's what's keeping them going. Or there's something about seeing this through rose-colored glasses and just hoping that things will get better. What's that Seven of Cups? Please. Thank you. The Queen of Swords. They're very confused. There's something about them having a hard time being logical about this connection. It almost feels like they are projecting some kind of ideal onto you for some reason. What's this person's intentions with Virgo? The High Priestess reversed. One more. This person doesn't really trust themselves, and there's feelings of not being valuable enough. It's like they're trying to like overdo something in order to prove something to you. Oh boy. So if you're the first person, you have Aquarius. So this is about thinking outside of the box. And you know, I think about how Uranus is going direct this week. On February 3rd, it's going direct. And this is where we can be asking, like, okay, are we happy with the changes that we've made? What changes are we willing to push into the future or run with in the future? And something that you guys may have been holding back on for a while, it's time to really have a revelation around that, you know? So what do I mean by that? If Uranus, you know, if you're a Virgo rising and Uranus is going direct in your ninth house, what are your higher beliefs? And what's the bigger picture here? And how does that fit into your relationship with this person? Now, if you're the second individual that I read for, your advice is Mars energy. So this could be saying you either need to keep moving forward, focus on your more masculine traits, maybe needing to defend yourself in some way or fight for this if that's what you want. You know, if you've been maybe a little bit more on the feminine side of things, maybe it's asking you to step up in some kind of way, but also make sure that you maintain boundaries. So that is what I have for you, Virgo and Crosswatcher. Thank you guys so much. Make it a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hi, Libra. Welcome. I hope you guys are doing awesome. Let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your person for February 3rd through 7th. Show me Libra and the person that's on their mind. You're in the energy of the Page of Wands reversed. They're in the energy of the Seven of Pentacles reversed. The mutual energy between the two of you, it almost feels like some kind of unspoken sadness or regret. Someone's not saying something. The Two of Pentacles for you. The Emperor. The Seven of Cups. The Three of Swords. The Nine of Swords. The Temperance. You're still heartbroken over something. You're heartbroken over something. But it almost feels like you're silently handling it. You're not really talking about it. It's as if you don't really want to be a bother. You don't want to annoy them, you know, or be a burden or something like that. It's like you're just trying to dot your I's, cross your T's, kind of hold it together a little bit. Why is that Page of Wands reversed? The Eight of Wands, you're wanting to express yourself or say something, and I think it's about the past or how you're feeling, but you're not feeling either safe enough to do it or confident enough to do it. It's there, it's inside of you, and you want to say it, but you're not really saying it. And you feel like this is somebody who you may feel or perceive them as being a bit detached. Like they have bigger fish to fry, bigger responsibilities than to worry about how you're feeling or whatever the case is. And that kind of stresses you out a little bit. Can you tell me about the Nine of Swords? Yeah, Four of Swords reversed, because there's something that you've been suppressing about whatever this pain is that you've been feeling. And for some reason, you feel like you really can't talk to them about it. Like, I don't know if you feel like you're walking on eggshells or what. At the same time, you know, for you to perceive this person as the Emperor, you could have definitely perceived them worse. Like the Emperor is the divine masculine, or the Emperor is somebody who takes charge, takes responsibility, etc. I don't really know how this is going to play out. This is you. I think you're kind of in this, like, I don't want to say it's a fantasy land, but you're hoping for the best. When it really comes down to it, you really are hoping for the best. Why is the Three of Swords here? The Four of Wands. There could have been some kind of pain around a family situation, something about commitment or moving in together that really upset you or bothered you. Okay. Okay. We have the Lovers for your person. Okay. The High Priestess reverse. The Page of Cups reversed. The Nine of Wands. Okay. The Devil. The Eight of Swords. Why is that Seven of Pentacles reversed? The Five of Wands reversed. Okay. This person doesn't want to really waste any time arguing, fighting, especially if they think it's over like either money issues or something that they feel is, I don't know if I want to say insignificant, but maybe a little petty or something along those lines. Because this person seems to be kind of losing their patience a little bit this week. They're like, I don't want to fight about this. I don't want to talk about this, you know? And that's why you feel that way. And what's even more interesting to me is the fact that that's their energy, but this is their feelings. They're here, they're fighting for this, they're ready to go, you know. They feel like they're at that one last push between the two of you where you guys can really make something work or make something happen. And this is somebody who feels like you are that very rare connection that you get once, maybe twice in a lifetime. Somebody who feels very connected to you and they're willing to fight for that. But this is someone that feels like you're attached to the past, or there's some kind of attachment or fear that you have around them specifically, or around not trusting your own intuition. What's that Devil? The Eight of Cups. Something that they feel you need to walk away from already because they feel like you're living in some kind of illusion. What's that with the High Priestess reversed? The Page of Pentacles. They feel like you don't really know whether or not to trust something that they're offering you. Honestly. Why the Eight of Swords? The Nine of Cups. This person seems to be kind of closing up a little bit or getting in their head about the connection, feeling a little bit stuck, not really sure what to offer you or really how to offer it. For some reason, they're feeling like a victim in the situation. Why? The Seven of Wands reverse. They're feeling very defensive, or they're feeling like you're kind of backing them into a corner. Okay. What's the guidance for Libra? It says on your own. It's time to take some time alone or be single to get a new perspective. Oh my goodness. And then you have Cancer. Some of you could be dealing with the Cancer. So I feel like this is more about protecting your emotions, understanding what you want when it comes to, you know, your roots, like how you want to feel every day, the foundation of your life. Like, what do you want that to look like? And so I feel like this is more guiding you towards either taking some time alone or maybe taking a little bit of a separation from the relationship to understand if this truly is what you want, especially if you feel like you maybe can't be vulnerable with someone. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much. And I mean, that's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much. And please take care. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey, Scorpio, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your person from February 3rd through to the 7th. Show me Scorpio and their person from February 3rd through to the 7th. You're in the energy of the Judgment. I love this because this is one of your cards. The 10 of Wands in your person's energy. Let's go ahead and get all of these out here. Mutual energy between the two of you. Ace of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. All right. So there is love here. Can be somebody new for some of you. But for others of you, it just really is, there is some kind of opportunity to be able to be vulnerable, but both of you seem to be a little restrained, confined, maybe afraid to take a chance and offer something to one another, or it's afraid to take a chance to truly be authentically vulnerable. Tell me about that Judgment. The King of Cups. You're in love with this person. If this is somebody from the past, you have absolutely no problem coming back together with them. Or if you feel like you need to make a really big decision or even to take accountability for something, I think you are emotionally sound enough to do so. And I think that's something that you're interested in. You don't really seem to want to change something in the dynamic, or you maybe feel like this person wants you to change something specific, but you don't really know if you're interested in that, or if this is a past person, you're not really willing to let this person go. You don't want to have a tower moment. You're very attracted to them. This is somebody that you have no issues pursuing. It's somebody that really kind of tickles your fancy, you know? And I don't think it's just about attraction. I think it's about emotional chemistry as well, because that's certainly prevalent. And you feel like this person has something to offer, hands down. You feel like they have something to offer, something tangible, something that you can touch, feel, taste, smell, whatever it is, right? Don't take that the wrong way. You are a Scorpio after all. Why is that Two of Cups reversed? The Sun. The Fool. There's something about like you not really caring about any misunderstandings between the two of you. Like, well, I don't want to say that you don't care about them, but you're like, okay, like I know that you and I are very different, or maybe sometimes we can't always get on the same page about certain things, but I'm willing to light that way, and I'm willing to kind of take a chance. I'm willing to take a risk and just push through with optimism and courage, as opposed to focusing on the problems or the flaws of the situation. And I see you maybe even collaborating with this person on a project, or you are genuinely coming together with them and trying to understand. You're trying to learn, and I think that you feel like you have something to teach them as well, and you probably do. So over here with your person, tell me about that 10 of wands. The Knight of Wands. For some of you, this can be a same-sex relationship. That's obviously not all of you. Okay, there's a lot of action on this person's side. I mean, I would say that they're fairly optimistic. They are trying to take responsibility for something, just as I feel you are as well. I don't feel like this is bad energy. They seem to be very passionate about you. It's like, hey, can I help you? Can I take some of these, can I take some of these wands off of your back kind of thing? They're trying to be very supportive from what I understand. What's that King of Swords reversed? The Five of Cups. They don't really want to talk about a past issue. King of Swords reverse and the World reverse, because they may just not want to associate your guys' connection or relationship with those past memories. It's like they still haven't really gotten over something or overcome a particular moment in your guys' connection, and it's like they don't really want to talk about it. Although it kind of feels like the elephant in the room. It feels a little bit like the elephant in the room. What is it about? The Four of Pentacles, something in regards to finances, or somebody not taking a risk, or being very apprehensive to take a chance or open up. Okay. What's that Six of Pentacles reversed? The Five of Pentacles reversed. You may want this person to offer more or give more, or I don't know, pay for more things, be a bit more generous, but you may feel like they're being very conservative about it with that Knight of Pentacles. Like, let's say that you wanted this person to buy you flowers for the longest time, and it's like they're like, okay, okay, and like, maybe they bought you like a little rose, a month after you said something about it, and they haven't done anything since, or something that you're like, okay, like, there's some kind of like standard or some expectation that you may have, and you feel like this person is really taking their time to give it to you. You're like, okay, or I mean, that's how they're feeling. I'm sorry. That's how they see you, not you with them. They're kind of like, okay, when is Scorpio going to offer more or give me what I asked for? Something in that regard. What's that Death reversed? The Empress reversed. There's something about values here, I feel, especially with that Six of Pentacles reverse and then Empress reverse. There's something about like, what is their intention? Seven of Swords. They're trying to be very strategic. It almost makes me feel like this is somebody who remembers how like pathetic they were a long time ago. And not that they are pathetic, but like when I see something like this, if this is their actions, they're still having a hard time letting go of some kind of self-worth or self-value issue. Like it's still prevalent, it's still there, and they're very well aware of it, I think, especially with that Magician. And so they don't want to like go back to that place. So for instance, if this is somebody who, you know, um I don't know, didn't ask for much before because they were insecure, or they just didn't feel like they were worth it, or whatever it is, they are trying to refrain from that because there's still this kind of like, I'm not good enough feeling that they have. And I think that they're trying to change that, and they're trying to use their power to be very strategic to be able to get what it is that they want. What does this person want from Scorpio? The Four of Cups. Not whatever you're giving. I don't know what the, I'm sorry. I know that sounds really crappy. It's almost as if they feel like something's not enough. Okay. And I don't know if that, it's not really being very transparent. It's almost like they feel as if you owe them something, like you need to play catch up or something. All right, I don't want all those. So, see. If you are the first person, we got hurtful events. As you navigate this challenging time, learn to let go of the past so it won't weigh you down. And then you also got Virgo. So maybe there are some past issues that you're needing to kind of work through. And Virgo can also be about, like, you know, in the negative context, it can be someone who's a bit of a perfectionist or a bit neurotic sometimes. And so maybe there's some kind of attachment to a hurtful event between the two of you that makes you feel like you're not good enough or something like that. So it's asking you to have integrity and reverence, and just try to let go of some kind of past issue and work through it slowly but surely. Just kind of go with the flow. Virgo's a mutable sign. And for the second person, we have House 3 and Crystal of Clarity. Illuminate your path with openness and insight, readying yourself for a newfound understanding of content. Okay. So this is about opening up your mind to something, opening up your minds, maybe communicating with more clarity or being very clear in regards to what your expectations are. Because House 3 can be about your mind, the way that you communicate, what it is that you know. It may be saying there's more to learn here, you know, that as well. So something to kind of think about. Anyway, thanks a lot, Scorpio and Crosswatcher. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey, Sag, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your person. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles reverse in the upright for your energy, the Chariot reversed in theirs. Okay. The mutual energy between the two of you is the Page of Swords reverse and the Ace of Swords reverse. There's either no communication or very little, or we're not really being transparent. We may be assuming the worst about somebody. There may be spying with negative intentions as well. Your feelings, we have the Six of Wands and the Moon reversed. For how you see them, the Star reversed, the Two of Swords reversed, your actions, the Ace of Cups, and the Strength reversed. And then we will look at them here in just a minute. Let me get these cards out. Right. So I think that you're putting in a pretty good effort here. Tell me about that Eight of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. You may be trying to come back together with this person if there was some kind of separation. I see you really raising the standard, raising the bar, setting the bar. I think that you really enjoy the attention that this person gives you as well. There's some kind of validation or validating force between the two of you, like you feeling seen. I think that this person makes you feel seen, and I think that you know that. And I think that for some of you, you have some kind of fear around not being seen or validated, or, you know, being given your flowers, so to speak. And I think that this person kind of alleviates those worries for you from what I can see. However, with that Star reversed and the Two of Swords reversed, you may feel like this person is still holding on to old chaotic situations that they haven't really healed from. And you may feel like they're a little bit hopeless. It almost makes me feel like you see them as somebody who just feels or sees everything and has a hard time making something of their circumstances, or really allows it to kind of break them down. Can you tell me why that star is reversed, please? The Knight of Cups reversed, because you may feel like sometimes this person lives in an illusion or tends to get jealous or maybe a little bit moody, potentially idealizes potential or you or connections or whatever it is, and you may feel like that's where that hopelessness comes from. However, your actions towards this person is the Ace of Cups and the Strength reverse. I don't feel like you're holding back. I feel like you're going in with it. I want to see why that Strength is reversed, though. The Hermit. Okay. You may feel a little humbled when offering something to this person. Like something may not... Why? What is this person doing in the Queen of Swords reverse? I feel like you're trying to offer this person something and they're not really answering you, or they're kind of cutting you down a little bit, or not really communicating effectively. It's almost making you feel like, okay, wow, I'll just kind of backtrack here, you know? You're not very like confident in their response, if there even is a response. Now, as far as your person, the Chariot reversed is here. Can you tell me about that Chariot reversed? The King of Pentacles. This person doesn't really know how to move ahead with you. The Chariot reversed can be somebody who's a little fearful or feels a little bit chaotic, doesn't really know how to move forward or which path to take when it comes to said project or said person. But they're there. They're there. They're trying to show up as very committed, you know. I think this person is sometimes worried that you're not committed as well. And they're also somebody who's just like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to wait to see what Sagittarius brings at my door or what they have to say. And I guess we'll just kind of go from there. What are they hoping for from Sagittarius? The Queen of Cups, your love. You know, if you're a woman, your femininity, or if they're a woman, I think that, or a feminine, they're wanting to love you and to be loved in return. But for some reason, they really feel like they can't take initiative. They feel like they have to lean back and kind of let you do what it is that you need to do. Because this is somebody who does view you as like, maybe you guys are married, or maybe you're in a relationship, or maybe it's like a friends turn lovers thing as well. With that Six of Cups, it's not always romantic. And, you know, this person sees you as somebody that they have really great memories with, somebody that they've built a foundation with, or somebody that they have similar morals, values, spiritual or religious beliefs with. There's some kind of foundation here that I think that they really appreciate that the two of you have. And they see you as somebody they have, you know, they want to be vulnerable with. I think that's what they really want. But how they may be responding to, remember this, your offer with that Ace of Cups, they're like, yeah, I don't know. They're not really, it feels like they can't commit to something. Like they can't fully commit to a plan with you or travel plans with you, or they can't go all in for some reason. There's a hesitation. It's like this energy is very much just sitting back and watching what you do. What is Sagittarius going to do? Can I trust this? What's the deal? You know? Why though? Why is that? Because the way that they're Ace of Wands, and a Swords. For some of you, it can be reversed. So, okay. Well, let me just not put it that way. If there was a betrayal or some kind of absolutely terrible ending and you guys have started again, they may be like, okay, let's see, you know, let's see if this is really what it is, or let's see if this is just a false start. For others of you, if you've been in another connection or a relationship or something like that, they may be trying to see if you've really ended it. Okay. So, advice for the first person. We have planning phase. Okay, so if you're the first person that I read for, your advice is planning phase. And it says, take a step back and plan the necessary steps to move forward so you may turn your goals into a reality. And then we have fixed. So there's some kind of plan that you're needing to make and you're needing to stick to it. And I don't know if it has something to do with this person or something else entirely, but there's some kind of goal that you want and you can't get distracted on it. And it's telling you to focus. If you're the second person, you have thrive and believe, embrace growth and trust and promise. Keep an open mind. Answers reveal the path to fulfillment. So basically do what you keep doing. Watch and observe, learn, see what it is that they're doing. Try to remain as optimistic as possible. You know, if you like what the first person is putting down, then pick it up, you know, or if you like what they're, you know, you smell what they're stepping in, then great. If not, okay, well, it may just be a learning lesson. Nonetheless, just try to remain optimistic and respond with your higher mind. Thanks a lot, Sagittarius and Crosswatcher. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching and talk to you soon. Bye for now. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and take a look at you and your person between February 3rd through to the 7th. You're in the energy of the Knight of Wands. Okay. Your person's in the energy of the Sun. The mutual energy between the two of you. Okay. 10 of Swords reverse, 4 of Swords reverse. There's some, you know, leftover crap between the two of you that I think you're still holding on to, and that's okay. You know, we've all been there. We have the 6 of Cups reversed and the 8 of Wands reversed for your feelings. Strength and the Emperor for how you see your person. The 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords reversed in your actions. My goodness gracious. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, like you are taking action towards them. You know, you're going at rapid speed here a little bit. There is an attraction there, but you're still hanging on to something. You're still hanging on to something. And I think what you're hanging on to is a little bit of a grudge, maybe rightfully so. I'm certainly not here to judge you. But you're not really talking about it, or you feel like you really can't talk about it. What happened with that 6 of Cups reversed? The Queen of Pentacles reversed. This person could have stiffed you a little bit. For some of you, this person maybe played on your insecurities in some kind of way, or you felt like you didn't really get what it is that you were worth in this situation. And I think that this either unspoken or just festering feeling that you're having is a huge part of your emotional blockage towards this person. Now, I love the way that you're seeing them this week. You see them as very confident, a little restrained, but not in a bad way. In a very, this is very like, I'm getting like Mars in Capricorn, or just very, like a stoic kind of, like, you know, those people who are like really loud and boisterous and just ridiculous. It's like they want to be viewed as confident, but they're really not. You know, it's like the loudest in the room is not really the most confident or the toughest. Have you ever met that person who's like, you know, they got the watch on, you know, they got a watch on their left wrist and they got their sleeves just slightly folded up with a couple of cuff links, and they just walk into a room and it's like the whole room just kind of looks over at them and they don't have to say a word. Like that's kind of what I'm getting. That's kind of what I'm getting with that, you know? Because I think you're attracted to them like all hell, but there's definitely something you're not letting go of. What's that 7 of Swords reversed? Sorry. Okay. You're trying to decide whether or not to bring it up. You're holding on to something. There's something that you want to say, and your future actions, probably by the end of this weekend, you're going to decide whether or not, you know, you want to be here, or whether or not you want to be honest about what it is that you're feeling. I heard, what are we doing here? Hmm? Your person? Tell me about that sun. The Five of Pentacles reverse. Well, they're ready, baby. They're saddled up and they're ready to go. So they're kind of thinking like, I don't know what your problem is, but you know, that's kind of their energy towards you this week. They're shining a big bright light on you, trying to make you happy, trying to do the things to make you happy. If you've kind of put them in the doghouse for a while, I feel like they're trying to get let out of that. Although they do have a lot of fears. I'm almost getting something about this person secretly caring about what you think. Like there's some kind of insecurity I think that this person has. And there are some fears that they're having on an emotional level that something may not end up coming to full term. Like you guys, if you know, if you're engaged, it doesn't go to you guys actually getting married. Or if you guys have been dating, there's a fear that maybe you guys really won't move in together or something along those lines. It's like they fear something not getting off the ground. Tell me about that moon. Yeah, the Five of Wands. There's a lot of conflict here. I don't think that they want to piss you off. Like there's this energy of them not wanting to piss you off for some reason. Because there's some kind of fight that you guys had a long time ago. And this is somebody who doesn't want to bring that back up. I don't want to go back there. I don't really want to talk about that. It's almost like their energy is overcompensating for their fears. Like, well, maybe if I just act really happy and go lucky, like we don't have to talk about it, you know. And I don't think they're being fake necessarily, but I do think that that is a part of that little sunshiny exterior they got on. And they feel like you got questions, you know, with that Knight of Swords and that Justice reverse. What's that Justice reversed? The Nine of Wands. Some of you may have been going through some kind of legal battle with this person. This person, they feel like you feel as though you've been wronged and you have questions about it. And they feel like once you have your answers, you're going to make an informed decision on whether or not you continue this connection or you don't. Because they definitely feel like you are getting straight to the fucking point about something. It's not really telling me what. Because I think that they believe you're heavily guarded. Like you're definitely, you don't want to be done wrong or something like that. What's that Devil? The Nine of Cups. If I'm going to be honest, like this can be you guys in the middle of a conversation and you bring up the past and they're just like, all right, I'm just going to drop this shit. Fuck it, you know? And I think that is because of some kind of fear. I think that they're probably going to act a little bit more selfishly or at the very least, very self-involved. I'm almost getting this energy of them looking at you like, well, you're the one that's creating the chaos or you're the one that's bringing this shit up. I don't know what your problem is, you know? Okay, so if you're the first person, if you are the first person, you have right track in Saturn. It says you are going in the right direction, so just keep moving forward, and then you have Saturn. And this is about, you know, being honorable, having integrity, having strong boundaries with people. Saturn is your ruler, you know, so you're very familiar with this energy. If you feel like you need to be honest this weekend, I would just go ahead and do it, okay? But just listen to what your gut is telling you. Like there's something that you've been doing, whether that's implementing boundaries, being more authentic in the way that you feel, whatever you're doing, keep on doing that. Like don't take shortcuts, okay? Like, don't be like, okay, well, yeah, this person cheated on me. Well, you know, it's been a month. I can just take them back or whatever. No, let them feel that shit, you know, or if you have something to take accountability for, right? So don't take shortcuts. If you are the second person, we have labyrinth of choices. Chart your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as part of your complex journey. Okay, it's basically saying that there's a choice that you need to make, either financially, in regards to relationships, in regards to values, self-esteem. What are you trying to build here? And then ask yourself that, answer with intention, and then move with intention. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Aquarius. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on between you and your person. God, these cards. Okay, let's try again. All right, show me Aquarius and their person, please. You're in the energy of the Eight of Swords. They're in the energy of the Judgment. Your feelings for this person. We have the Hermit and the Tower. How you see this person. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles reversed. Your future actions towards this person. We have the Fool, and then we have the Seven of Cups. This person's feelings for you. We have the Page of Swords reversed and the Hierophant reversed. How they're seeing you this week. The Three of Swords reversed and the Ace of Swords reversed. Wow, okay. And then their future actions towards you, which will probably land this weekend. The Three of Cups, but the King of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So there's kind of a lot to unpack here. We have the Chariot reversed and the Ten of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck for the mutual energy. So it tells me that there is some past issues, some kind of past flame that's getting ready to turn into a fucking forest fire if it's not dealt with, basically. And I feel like that's where you guys are at. It feels like something has been dragging on for a while, and there's a little bit of chaos because of it. Why that Eight of Swords? You don't really know what to do here. You don't know if you should just let something go, or you don't know if you should still sit around and think about it. You feel stuck in one way or another. I assure you, you're really not stuck. It's just how you feel in the moment. And it can be because there's some kind of unresolved issues between the two of you, and you're in your head a lot. You know, you're in your head about the situation. I think that you had some kind of emotional revelation about how you are in relationships and how this person may have triggered that kind of insight for you. So for instance, maybe you realized, oh God, you know, I share too much, I overshare, or, you know, maybe you're somebody who overgives or something like that. Whatever it is, you're kind of having this revelation around who you are in relation to this person, and maybe how this person acts like a bit of a catalyst or a mirror for you. Tell me about that Tower. The Empress reverse. Maybe you've been overgiving, self-worth, self-value issues. You're having a revelation or a realization about that this week. And the way that you're seeing this person, Aquarius, is the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles reverse. So you feel like they're trying to get on the same page with you. They're trying to understand you, trying to learn you, or learn how to love you, or whatever it is. But I'm getting that it shouldn't be this hard to teach somebody how to love you or something like that. And with that Six of Pentacles reverse, you don't really feel like they're giving you anything to work with. It's almost as if you feel like they're always in this stage of, how do I, you know, teach me how to love you, Aquarius. Teach me how to love you. And it's like, okay, well, you know. And I think you are here and you're like, well, I'm still ready to dive in, you know, even though you don't know what the fuck is what, right? And I think that you may be wearing some rose-colored glasses. It's almost like you're getting ready to jump in this kind of like Neptunian pool of delusion or fantasy when it comes to this person. Can you tell me more about the Seven of Cups, please? The Page of Wands reverse, but you're not confident in it, you know? Some of you, you may decide, you know what, I'm just going to look to see what my options are, you know, quite frankly. Now, as far as your person goes, tell me about that Judgment. The Ten of Cups reverse. They may make a big decision this week to either separate, take some time, or break up. For others of you, it can be about this person taking accountability for why a relationship or a dynamic between the two of you hasn't been really working. Now, with that Page of Swords reversed and the Hierophant reversed, it's giving me like this very kind of stubborn mind frame. It's like on the surface with the Judgment card, they're trying to act accountable, like they're making this higher self decision. But on the inside, they're pretty stubborn. They want things to be their way. They're maybe assuming the worst about you, or this is somebody who's very stubborn minded, in my opinion. Okay. This is like a side note, but for some of you, this person may feel like you want something, or they're assuming that you want something that is not really aligned with them, or a relationship that is maybe a bit unconventional. Can you explain why the Page of Swords is reversed? The Five of Cups. They're assuming that the past is going to filter into the present, or is going to bleed into the present, or they're assuming that you guys are never really going to be able to overcome something from the past if you guys have history together. For others of you, this person is assuming that they're going to fuck up in some way. Okay. This is somebody that feels like you're suffering in silence. Are you? You know? Because that's how they kind of see you. Tell me about that Three of Swords. The World reversed. Something that is unfinished. So I was right. So there is something from the past, and they're assuming that, you know, it's either going to repeat itself, or you guys aren't really going to be able to have something fundamental because of that past issue. And they're trying to come together with you, but I feel like your perception is right. It's like they're coming together. This was your perception, the Three of Pentacles, but the Six of Pentacles reverse. It's kind of similar. They're showing up, they're like, oh yeah, let's hang out, let's have sex, let's, you know, go grab a drink, but they're not paying for the drink. Or, you know, they're trying to use you in some way. Tell me about that King of Pentacles reverse. Very stubborn. King of Swords. That's their intent, in my opinion. It's like they're trying to use you, or they really don't have anything to offer except, like, I don't know, dick and friendship or something. I'm not really sure. So let's get some oracle cards or advice messages for the both of you. Okay, so if you are the first person that I read for, your advice is divine timing and mutable energy. Be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. Okay, so it's trying to tell you to kind of go with the flow. Like, for instance, if you're like, oh God, when am I going to find my person? Like, it's happening. Chill out, be patient. There's still some lessons to learn. Just kind of surrender to the outcome and let life take its course and try to make the right decisions. If you're the second person, we have Sculpture of Self. Shape the sculpture of self, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing identity. And then we have Earth. So there's something about yourself or your identity that needs to be more grounded, or you're needing to remain grounded and persistent, patient, and practical in regards to this situation, or just in general. So that is what I have for you, Aquarius and Crosswatcher. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye for now. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on for you and your person, February 3rd through to the 7th. So we have the Death reversed. That's in your energy. Okay. In this person's energy, we have the Queen of Swords. All right. The mutual energy between the two of you is the Ten of Wands and the Two of Wands reversed. I'm almost getting like a distracted energy. I'm kind of wondering if the both of you are just really too busy to make any plans, or to come out of your comfort zone to be able to do something that you want to do with one another, or achieve something that you're wanting to achieve relationally. So let me see. Let me get all these cards out. Okay. Wow. What's that death reversed for Pisces? This is your energy. Death reversed and the Ace of Wands reverse. There's something about you really having a hard time either humbling yourself or being able to end this or let go of this person. Okay. It might be this kind of like start, stop kind of energy. And why is that Ace of Wands reversed? The Page of Pentacles. I don't know. You're not really motivated or inspired to really make a change. Because I think that you're afraid it's going to take a lot of work for some reason. Because look at this. Even in your feelings, Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. There's definitely like this, okay, like I feel like this is something solid, or I feel like this person really does have something to offer, but like, I don't want to look at that right now. It's why? Why the Two of Swords? The Knight of Cups, because you're either afraid that you're going to fall in love with this person or you understand that it's going to require some level of vulnerability on your part. Reverse it if you need to. Okay. The way that you see this person is the Chariot reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. It's like you kind of see them as being all over the place or even a little codependent in some ways, or you may feel like they're not being sincere, or you may feel like they're overpromising something, but it's just coming from fear or something like that. So, maybe they're saying like, oh yeah, I would love to see you. Like, I could see you every weekend if you wanted. And you're thinking like, oh, they're not really going to do that. Like, or, I don't know, like you may feel like they're just saying that because they're afraid that you're going to leave or not be attracted or something like that. Can you explain that Chariot reversed? The Knight of Pentacles. The slow burn and the slow kill, I heard. You don't feel like they're not moving towards you. You just feel like they're really taking their time. Like it almost feels like this person kind of chipping away at you a little bit. You see them as a little batshit, if I'm going to be honest with you. Why is that Seven of Wands there? The Queen of Cups reversed. For a very small few of you, you're trying to keep your space from this person because you're already in a relationship and you don't want to fuck up the trust. Okay. For others of you, for this Lovers and that Seven of Wands to be there, you are definitely making a very big decision, but I still think that you're keeping your distance. There's some kind of communication, in my opinion, but it feels like you're keeping this person at arm's length because you don't really trust it, or you may feel like this person is emotionally unstable. So in your person's energy, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, tell me. The Two of Wands reversed. This person is kind of like, this is Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones, but this person is just kind of sitting on their throne. They're not making a move either. I'm almost getting like these two people who are standing or sitting on the other side of a chessboard or checkers, depends on you, I guess, and your person. Sitting on the other side of a chessboard across from each other and just kind of like, okay, like, are you going to make a move? Or because I'm kind of wondering if the ball's in your court a little bit. This person seems to be open and communicative, but they're also very logical. Like they're very logical, straight to the point. They're not going to bullshit a bullshitter kind of thing. Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune reversed. They may feel like things really aren't kind of going their way, when it comes to you. They may be like, okay, well, guess we're just going to repeat a pattern here, or like, okay, I guess like maybe this is, I don't know, maybe they're not getting a response from you or something like that. And they're just like, okay, well, there's nothing I can really do about that. So I'm just gonna get out of my head about it. Again, they're in a very like logical mind frame. This is somebody, for some of you, you may be in the public eye or you may be very seen by others in some kind of way. They see you this week having some level of success, but still not being happy. Tell me about that Five of Swords. Ten of Swords reverse. They may feel like you're going through something at this time. Feel like you're going through something at this time and you're carrying the past and into the present. And although there's some level of success here that they feel like you're very determined to have, they feel like you're in pain or you're still holding on to some kind of past hurt for some reason. This is somebody who is really showing up. They're being very mature. Even if this is a feminine, the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups is a very mature, vulnerable person. Somebody who is quite stoic. They know how to hold their emotions in when they need to. What does Pisces want with this person? A better understanding of Four of Pentacles. You're like very reserved. You're very reserved because I think that you feel like this person is emotionally unstable or something. Or you feel like this connection is going to require some level of romance or emotionality or vulnerability from you. And I don't know if you really want to do that. So as far as, and then this card comes out for you, Cancer, out of all freaking signs. All right, let me see. And then they got the moon. Wow, the moon rules Cancer. So if you're the first person that I read for, we have Serene Haven. It says, embrace tranquility as you refuge where serenity blossoms and peace enfolds your being. Okay. So some of you need to go go sit by some water somewhere is kind of what I'm getting. Like you notice that you see like this little boat thing, and then we have Cancer, which is a water sign. Some of you guys need to go be by water. But this is about finding peace and protecting your home base, protecting your emotions, giving in to nurturing yourself and others potentially for some reason. Maybe this person, I don't know, or being able to create peace in this dynamic somehow. If you are the second person that I read for, we have flames of passion. Let the flames of your passion light your way, but be mindful of the fires they may ignite in your journey. And then we have moon. So you may feel very passionate about this person, about the first person here. You may ready to hop, skip, jump in the bedroom. Maybe you're ready for something else. I'm not really sure. But it's also saying make sure that you're taking care of your emotional needs first and listen to your intuition before just kind of diving into the fire here. Okay. That's what I have for you, Pisces and Crosswatcher. Thanks a lot, guys, and take care. Bye for now. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or if you would like to book a personal one-on-one session, whether text or call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot for watching and talk to you soon. Bye for now.